the acceptance, usually we have no problem in accepting our strengths, and we would like to even tell about it to the world. So that side is okay. Now we have only a problem in accepting our weaknesses or strengths, also because we compare with other people, or sometimes the society tells you should be like that, you should be like another. So this is where we have a conflict. One is that you have your natural, spontaneous, free side. Other side is that the society tells you how you should be. Society means education, parents, religion, whatever it is. So this is where the conflict is mostly. There is one distinct part in us, which is our natural, how you naturally are, means something which is effortless for you. You don't have to force yourself to do it. There's no pressure. That is natural. You're being very natural there. It's not even about habits or likes and dislikes or those kind of stuff. It's just you being natural, like naturally kind, naturally compassionate, naturally loving. That natural aspect, when that is restricted, that is where the conflict comes. For the sake of society, for the sake of somebody, you try to compromise there. That's where the non-acceptance happens. On one side, you are doing it for the sake of something. On the other side, that's not you. So you already divided yourself into pieces. So it's very important for you to come back to your natural state. Or natural state means some the effortless state of being effortless, spontaneous, flowing. So there is a lot of introspection. That is why there is in the scriptures it talks more about introspection, which is manana in Sanskrit. You introspect deep within before you meditate. We are busy meditating. We hardly check if we are all right, we are aligned. But we are busy doing some practices. That's also escapism many times. So what you need to do is to start looking within. That is why I said life is driven by inclinations and tendencies. You look at everybody, everybody's life is driven by inclinations and tendencies, or both are same more or less. And if you understand your tendencies, you understand yourself. It's very easy to know. You look at yourself, what is your tendency? See, a person has a particular tendency. Its expression could be alcohol or cigarette, but there is a tendency for something, and that leads to an addiction. Things like that. There is always a cause. So if you're really concentrating into yourself, and you realize these are my inclinations, these are my tendencies, this is natural for me, this is unnatural for me, then you realize yourself. You have come into full contact with yourself. We must spend that time. More than meditating on some theory, you must spend this time, which will give you much more effect in life than any practices, whether it is meditation, kriya, yoga, whatever. But this connection which you make with yourself is the foundation. We diagnose ourselves. I have a lot of anger sitting in me. Okay, there's a spine. That's a symptom. That's a sign of something. Maybe behind the anger, there could be disappointment about something. And behind the disappointment, there could be an expectation. So what exactly is the root cause? Expectation about something or somebody or with somebody. That did not happen, so disappointment happened, and then expression is anger. That is what the society sees. This man is angry, and the society responds to you with anger. Like if you see most of the crimes that we see in the world, this tendency was there long before the actual crime takes place. And it was ignored, mostly ignored. And it developed and developed and developed, and finally it became a crime. Then immediately the police catches them as a criminal. So branded criminal. Then the court judges, this is a criminal. Again, one more stamp, criminal. Then he is put in jail, criminal. So a person, a tendency became a state, a situation. See how it evolves? There is a root cause for everything. What I mean to say is that in the childhood level, these tendencies are visible. As children, they don't hide. Every inclination, every tendency they display. As they grow older, they have more means to execute, then okay, there larger area to experience. That's all right. But their tendencies are there, inclinations are there. So if you sit down and look at your own inclinations, which situations I was getting angry, which situations I was judging people. See, when you look at somebody, we immediately have some prejudice in mind. We don't look at anybody as fresh. Oh, this guy, I've seen him, he's like that guy. He has nothing to do with that guy, but we associate already. So in our mind, there is a lot of processing happening, taking from the data which is already sitting. We're taking it from the data which is already sitting and then put the data on somebody else who have nothing to do with it. And then we realize this is a, I mean, it is, we don't experience the reality, truth as it is because we don't give the chance. We look at everybody through the eyes of prejudices. This is one side. Another side is you had a good relationship, you had liking, you connecting, you're having a good frequency, everything is smooth, beautiful. Then somebody says, are you sure? They may not even tell you this is right or wrong. One word is enough, one sentence, one question mark. This is how the journalists do, not South African television. Other people. No, you are good. Not all journalists, some journalists. You know what they do? They write some, they don't tell this is the truth, but they write, is he the criminal? Question mark. You know, they are not telling that he is the criminal, nor they are telling he is not the criminal. Then rest you read.
In between the lines.
In between. This is how society crucifies people. You know, media crucifies people. This is how they work. You know, this happened to me. Like, for example, I want to take revenge on you. I say, hey, look here. This gentleman did this did that. According to my opinion. It's all opinions. The world is only talking opinions, not truth. We think that is truth. But 80% what we hear are opinions. That is individuals' opinions, not truth. Truth is probably sometimes completely different. And we may not even know the truth. Even history are opinions of people who thought that way. Like you see reality as you are. So when you say something, it will be your version. It may not be truth. So as we see it, we are telling. And that is how we make judgments. You know, the whole world, all these calamities are connected to opinions and judgments. So it is important to understand where we stand. The world is as it is. You can't do anything about it. Let it be. 7.5 billion people, 7.5 billion walking, talking concepts. Let it be. But we can check what we are. Our inclinations, our tendencies, what resonates with us, what does not resonate with us. So we can figure out approximately what we are. There your meditation begins. That's when your actual meditation starts. Otherwise, it's an activity. It's a practice somebody has told you to do and you're doing, but you're not connecting. But the moment you start feeling, recognizing, accepting, and assimilating yourself, then everything you do will make sense.